support our military, the men and women of our armed forces across our country who bear arms to defend us as a people, who work under very difficult circumstances. I mean, Rudolph, you won't imagine that soldier that you are seeing fighting Boko Haram, guess how much their salary is? A private in the army earns 50 pounds, the equivalent of 50 pounds a month. That's about 50,000 naira a month. That man carrying a gun to go into the bush to fight terrorists, So we need to first acknowledge that, we have men and women from across our country who swear to defend our country under very difficult circumstances, and mistakes are bound to happen. Sadly, it is equally very important to recognize that those who are victims have a right to doubt. It is the duty of the military and the government, particularly the Minister of Defense, to be transparent to them, to make it clear to them, like, this is a mistake. This is a tragedy. No government will go ahead and start blowing up innocent people who are unarmed. And it's interesting, this kind of mistake did happen under Buhari, who was a president from the north. It is likely always going to happen when you have a president coming from another part of the country, that there will be this suspicious, that is this deliberate. Under Jonathan, those kind of questions were raised, but we should always have the confidence that our military, and maybe I'm biased because I am a product of the barrack. My dad was in the army, and I know how difficult it was for him having fought in the Civil War, and the kind of circumstances, the military across our globe, the circumstances they work in Nigeria is very difficult. But they just need to be transparent. They need to be transparent to tell us not us, the victims, tell them what happened, make it very clear to them this was a mistake. And I think once they are convinced, we can learn from those mistakes. Secondly, let us acknowledge, no matter whatever you want to say about the Buhari government, when it comes to providing arms and ammunition for our military, I think both the Air Force and the Army, they did brilliantly well. We're not where we're supposed to be. I think where we lack is the welfare of the men and women and the number of personnel. I mean, the amount of, just imagine the number of policemen we have that are meant to protect people in the country. Take away maybe like 40% that are already allocated to be ADC and personal aids to elected public officials. So I think it's just a matter of the military being very transparent. I don't think the military would just go ahead and target people, innocent. I think I strongly believe it would have been an honest, unfortunate tragedy and a mistake on the part of the Air Force.